Bitcoin exactly reached my target after breaking above this resistance. But right now, Bitcoin is hitting major levels of resistance. So I am going to be explaining exactly what I think is going to be happening with the crypto market. I am starting to get ready to short Bitcoin, but not yet. Do not get fooled. I am going to be explaining exactly what I want to be seeing in order for me to be shorting the market. Because yes, there are still quite a few indications that are indicating that we could be pushing a little bit higher. So it is very important to not get fooled and to not get trapped in the short term. And if that sounds interesting, make sure to push up that like button. Let's see if we can once again reach above the 80 likes. That will be absolutely amazing. And as always, let's first of all have a look into what's that imminent short term. And what we can be seeing over here is that yesterday we were having a look into what's this symmetrical triangle being formed. That one exactly broke out towards the upside, and I actually took this breakout trade, got a very nice quick 1.2k profit. So yes, this opportunity that we exactly discussed yesterday was an amazing opportunity once again in the market. Now after we broke out towards the upside, we exactly reached our exact price target of 43.3k, and I have been saying that from of that level, the 43.3k, I am once again going to be getting interested in shorting the market again. Because do keep in mind that I shorted the Bitcoin price exactly at the Bitcoin top over here, made a very nice 35k profit because of that short position, and I basically shorted Bitcoin because I do think that we are going to be headed in towards a downtrend, and this in my opinion is just going to be a lower high. So that is why I'm once again going to be getting interested in shorting the Bitcoin price. But there are a few very important things I need to discuss, because we were having a look into what's the Bitcoin funding rates, we were having a look into what's the Bitcoin liquidity, and I've been saying that I want to see a rejection from of this 43.3k followed by consolidation, and then funding rates spike positive and liquidity building up on the downside and people flipping overly bullish on Twitter. Whenever that happens, I will be shorting the Bitcoin market, but if it does not happen, I will not be shorting the Bitcoin price, and I might even possibly think that we might be headed a little bit higher. So yes, I had some limit orders actually set up for this night already, but I already closed that Bitcoin short position because I do not think this is going to be the perfect time to be trading Bitcoin right now, because the Bitcoin funding rates are still quite neutral. Okay, they are sitting at 0.01%, and that is a neutral territory for the Bitcoin funding rates, meaning not majority of the market is euphoric just yet. And also, if we have a look into what's a Bitcoin liquidity, we are not really creating such a yellow box towards the downside, very close. If we are going to be creating a lot of Bitcoin liquidity towards the downside, very near towards our current Bitcoin price, well, I think we are going to be very easily grabbing that downside liquidity. But right now, we are just not creating a lot of Bitcoin liquidity towards the downside. Yes, all the way down right here, we are creating a lot of liquidity, but that is still very far away. So if Bitcoin liquidity will be starting to build up very near to the current Bitcoin price, well, that is going to be the moment where I'm going to be once again starting to get interested in shorting the Bitcoin price. Not right now, because right now it looks to be like we are actually building our liquidity towards the upside. So yes, at the current level, Bitcoin is getting a lot of resistance, but we are just not getting that confluence just yet in the market that we actually want to be looking for short positions. And because of that, I do think that we could just very easily push above this resistance and invalidate our trading setup. That is why I want to be waiting for the perfect opportunity in the market, and that is not right now. I want to be seeing at least some consolidation inside of the short term for Bitcoin, maybe some kind of a symmetrical triangle being created while the Bitcoin funding rates will be spiking very positive again. Bitcoin liquidity starts to build up towards the downside, and then I might be interested in shorting the Bitcoin price, but not right now. In my opinion, it is just too risky for me, and I only want to be taking the trades which are not very risky and where I have a very high confidence in. Also, if Bitcoin is already going going to be getting rejected from of this level without these confirmations, well, I'm just completely fine with that. I'm going to be missing out on this trading opportunity, but there will always be another opportunity in the market. Whenever we are going to be getting this rejection, well, I'm just going to be having a look into what's the next Bitcoin long position. Okay, because what you need to understand is that I'm not going to be rushing into any kind of a trade. I am actually going to be waiting until the perfect trading setup, and then I will be taking that trade, but I will not be gambling into a trade right now. Anyways, I do think that ultimately we are going to be creating a lower high anytime soon, and we are going to be creating a further correction. Now, I will be talking about this a little bit later, but guys, if you are going to be interested in trading, you can still for one more day claim this free $1,000 trade on Bybit with that first or actually second link in the description. So make sure to go ahead towards this link in the description, and for one more day you can claim this $1,000 position. The only thing you need to do is basically deposit at least $100 and you can be claiming this free position. So in my opinion, this is an absolutely insane deal that you can still be claiming only for today. So make sure to right now claim it already and wait until that perfect trading setup comes in the market, and then you can be opening your trades, but claim it now already because time is literally running out. And with that being said, before actually talking about why I think ultimately we are going to be headed even lower in this correction, well, very quickly talking about my free VIP group, well, I have already created my Telegram channel. I will probably be reaching out to you today if I find the time. But anyway, somewhere in this week, I will be making sure that everything will be set up and you can be joining this Telegram group. Now, if you are still going to be interested in this group where I'm going to be sharing all of my trades, my altcoin portfolio, and much more, well, make sure to go ahead towards that first link in the description and actually pre-register yourself right now. Go towards this form and submit your Telegram handle. I will be reaching out through Telegram, so yeah, make sure to do it right now if you are still going to be interested in joining this. And now, talking about this entire Bitcoin correction, well, we have actually seen a minus 21% correction, and what is quite interesting is that literally every single correction in this Bitcoin bull market has exactly been minus 21%. And once again, we have seen another correction of exactly minus 21%. So the question, of course, remains, will Bitcoin history once again repeat itself, or will this correction finally go deeper with that lower high and another correction towards the downside? Well, if we go off of this history, well, of course, you want to be buying up the Bitcoin dip. But if we have a look into its previous cycles, we could actually see that every single correction was way deeper. And another thing which we could also be seeing is that we were not breaking above this crucial level of resistance in the first try. Every single time it at least took a second or maybe even a third try to break above this level. But before we broke above this level, we first of all saw a correction. Now, I've actually been explaining since the beginning already that this correction will not be taking days, it will not be taking weeks, but it might even take multiple months. Literally, I would not be surprised to see some consolidation over here, then see a little bit of a dip, and this correction taking a very long time. What we could also see previously around, for example, over here, is that we have wicked above this level of resistance multiple times until then finally see that deeper correction. Okay, if we zoom in closely over here, you can actually be seeing that multiple times we have actually wicked above that level. So right now, well, I would not be surprised to see this correction actually taking multiple weeks until then finally headed in towards a Bitcoin halving and then see our parabolic bull run towards the upside. So yes, this is going to be the final level to really break above, and then the real Bitcoin bull market, in my opinion, will be starting. Now, what is very important to know, and what I'll say again, I've said it many times, but I'll say it again, is that my Bitcoin holdings will always remain to be untouched until the end of the Bitcoin bull market. I have multiple ledgers where I store my funds. If I anticipate a downwards Bitcoin move, I might try to short the Bitcoin price, but I'm never going to be selling my Bitcoin. Okay, in every single correction, I will be accumulating more and more Bitcoin I see every single correction as a gift to be buying up more cheap Bitcoin. This is for the long term the best strategy out there. In the short term, yes, we might be looking forward to be trying to short the Bitcoin price, but it is just very risky to do the same exact thing with your long-term holdings. But with that being said, right now in the short term, in my opinion, there is not a very clear, good trading setup. But if you do want to be staying up to date about every single market development, make sure to be following me on Twitter. And guys, I'll see you in another update video tomorrow morning.